And we're back to the action. This is Manifold Promotional League Season 1, Round of 32, Group 2, Placement Match B. I am Brad. With me here as always is Adam. Adam, what do we have today?
Hey everyone, we've got Kyler versus Aaron here today, and let's look at Kyler's deck list. So we've got Jahlia and Scrap-3, red and yellow. Both of them share putting dice counters on our guys. The cool part about this deck is that Scrappy puts white counters on. White counters are great at producing energy, and Jahlia has, in my opinion, the best energy in the game, at least on a 21-point hero. If we look at the rest of the deck, we've got a bunch of things that are both good to put dice counters on and put dice counters on our guys. So Animus Golem, Energy Retracer, Prolific Tutor, a nice dice counter synergy deck.
And really this is archetypally very similar to the deck that brought Noble to the finals of one of our player appreciation opens, but Kyler has brought a couple of his own wrinkles to this deck. Most notably, Metal Muscle. This guy is a 3-cost character that only rolls 1 dice, but he has 5 durability, so he's a big, safe place to put those dice counters. And Kyler and Aaron being paired up in round 1 is actually pretty funny, because these two are both Lorcana players in the region. When they started getting into Manifold to get ready for this tournament, they would have been playtest partners, except they got paired against each other in round 1. So they didn't really get to talk because they knew they were trying to beat each other to start. So we see what Kyler brought. Let's see what Aaron brought.
Yeah, so Aaron is playing Ramorand and Djoln in a mono-blue sacrifice deck. You might think of this as a Eurus-style deck, but with 221s, there's now 2 different abilities and more health and more dice, and that seems great to me. There's a bunch of stuff to sacrifice and a couple things that sacrifice our guys on top of Ramorand's ability. And there's a couple standout cards in this matchup, like Devastating Wake is probably going to be really good against Kyler.
And Joln does kind of cruise control to making sure your deck works. He's really good at sifting through the cards that aren't right now in order to find you relevant things to do. And this deck's really optimized around Joln's Monastery. A lot of decks have a hard time spending that blue on the first round if you just put it into play at the beginning of the game. But this deck has, looks like, 6 ways to use those gems, 7 ways to use those gems, and
Times
even
3.
three full 2-gem characters to play off of it. So we'll see if he can start off with that.
Yeah, let's get down to the match.
Let's go.
Great. So we've got Aaron here on the bottom. We've got Kyler at the top. And let's see who our first player is. Flip a coin. I bet it's going to be Aaron. But I guess we'll see in just a moment. Our players are ready to start the game. All right, I was wrong. Kyler is going to start off this game with an Angel of Music, putting a blue counter on Jahlia.
And this is one of Kyler's wrinkles that Noble didn't play. Angel is just a really safe card because that premium counter is tucked away safely on one of your heroes. And the Angel produced 2 premium dice worth of value, but is only 1 premium dice itself, so it's very resistant to removal.
Yeah. So you can just stick another counter on there and it'll be fine while also being safe in the first place. It's actually a really good card for this type of situation.
Oh, something we should probably warn you a little bit about. These two, very good friends. They socialized a lot during this match. This was a like hour and 30-minute long video or something like that. And we trimmed it down a lot. So you're going to see some fades where players just stopped and started chatting, and we cut that out of the video so we could keep the action going.
Yeah, if you just if you squint a little bit, then this is a 30-minute game that
Spoilers.
they played.
Come on.
I mean, you can see the length of the video.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so Angel Music will create a green dice after both players have played a 1-cost character, which is good for Aaron. Aaron's going to sacrifice this Augur's Auspice to Ramorand momentarily, I would imagine.
And so we got to see Ramorand in Group 1 alongside Dado.
Yeah.
Where he was constantly able to eat the free thing that you made.
Oh, that's a good point.
This Ramorand, everything that he eats is something that gems were spent on.
Absolutely.
So it's never free, but it's still often good because you're still surrounding him by characters that you tend to want to sacrifice.
Yeah, and if you're sticking it in a Joln deck, then Joln will be able to draw you your sacrifice outlets if you need them, and it'll draw your sacrifice fodder if you need them. And so hopefully it'll be a pretty smooth Ramorand sacrifice experience. Something kind of neat about this deck is, about Kyler's deck specifically, is that mechanical characters are at a premium. because Scrappy gets to put dice counters on them and Jahlia does as well. So this Radar Servo, while being one of the better cards in the game, in my opinion, is even better here than it normally would be.
And a lot of times, cards like Radar Servo are really dangerous for Scrappy or Jahlia to be putting their dice counters on, because they died at Doside Tugs, they died at Excommunicatuses, Witchfires, Concussive Blasts, but Aaron has a real dearth of options like that.
Good point.
The big way that Aaron is planning on interacting with Kyler's board is via Devastating Wake.
Yeah, we don't even have an Excommunicatus in here.
Yep, no Excommunicatus. There's Weave Shatters with no targets. Federation Inquisitor is going to destroy ethereals, not mechanicals.
And Disintegrate targeting a Radar Servo would not be ideal.
If it has enough counters on it, it becomes a fine play. But then you're spending gems to answer value that Kyler didn't spend gems to create.
Fair enough, I suppose.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Kyler looks like he rolled quite well this round in terms of damage output. Blue and green dice don't always make 2 damage, but we've got a pile of damage here that it looks like Kyler will be resolving. We've got 2 damage on Joln here and 6 upcoming. Or I think he pointed at Joln. Yeah,
I think he was having a conversation there describing his theory about who he's supposed to attack here. And when in doubt, you tend to kill the one with the prestige because it rolls an extra dice.
Yeah.
Which is why in deck building, when you're in doubt about where to put the prestige, you typically want to put it on the hero that you like less.
Yes, exactly. So in Kyler's example here, Jahlia is very important to this deck, and Scrappy is mostly valuable in creating white dice to create energy for Jahlia. So Jahlia is probably the target, so Kyler put the prestige on Scrappy.
Yep.
I don't know.
Which is a deviation from what Noble did. Usually, Jahlia is going to have the prestige because Jahlia needs 2 dice that are the same color.
Yeah.
And she produces a green, and the yellow prestige produces a green.
Yep.
As it turns out, Scrappy rolls green.
Yes. And a couple months ago, I started putting my combative on Scrappy instead of inspired on Jahlia, and I've never looked back. It's great. So Aaron will, it looks like Kyler dug in. Aaron will take off that shield and just resolve a pile of damage. We've got 4, 6, probably 9 damage, I think.
Yeah, I can't tell what numbers are on that red and green dice. Oh, there's a purple and a green dice. But the energy ability is going to let them both just be damaged because of Ramorand.
Yes. Ramorand's energy ability, resolving 2 dice as though they showed mental damage, will be a big chunk here. So 3, 6, 9.
9.
Yeah. Great.
So when the dust settles, Aaron has just a little bit of an advantage in the damage race.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hard to figure out
I think
the dice race, given how many counters there are on Kyler's side.
I think Kyler's got a better board just looking at exactly what we've got in play.
Yeah, I would say that you are correct.
But Kyler's trying to build a bigger board after this, and Aaron's trying to sacrifice his. So both boards are very much in flux here.
So we're into round 2. Kyler again, starting off steadily, playing a cheap little boy.
Yep.
This one is an extra little piece of tempo. When you activate the comms operator, you get to activate an additional character.
Great. And it rolls a white dice. Great for energy for Jahlia.
Yep. As long as Jahlia is alive, those white dice are premium.
Absolutely.
I shouldn't say the word premium specifically there.
Right.
They're quality.
They're very, very quality. Because turning 1 energy into 2 black dice is excellent. So even if you've got it on a purple or blue dice, one of the colorful dice, it's still probably better as 2 black dice a lot of the time. Aaron will start off his round by activating Joln, as Joln decks usually tend to start.
Yeah,
with.
A lot of times you just want more information before you start committing your gems or any of your potential.
Mm-hmm.
And for Aaron, he's really digging for Devastating Wake.
Yes.
Right now, a Devastating Wake would actually kill more of his board than his opponent's board.
But after he sacrifices some stuff.
Yeah, that's likely not to be true at the end of this round.
Yeah, exactly. So Kyler's going to activate comms operator, which will in turn activate Scrappy, which will in turn put a white counter on the radar servo.
Gotta be the radar servo.
Gotta be the radar servo, yeah. Yeah, great. We're chugging along, and that is a pile of damage Kyler made. Neat. What will Aaron spend his gems on this round? It looks like he's got 2 Federation Battle Mages in his hand. Excellent.
And looks like there's a Clothbound Apprentice there as well.
Yeah, so a whole pile of sacrifice stuff.
Alternatively, There was a Joln's Monastery.
Oh, was there?
I believe so.
Great.
And that's a card that you want to get rolling as soon as possible.
Yes.
A lot of times, that's a card that you have a little bit of discomfort just spending your gems on because you don't want it to die to a 3-gem play immediately.
But
Kyler's only way to kill it is Daring Saboteur, which
Great.
is 3 gems, but it would be on the table. The information would be
Yeah.
available.
Absolutely. So that's interesting. I'm not sure if which I would pick if I were Aaron, the Joln's Monastery, or just play like 4 to 6 guys.
I have to assume if you put Joln's Monastery in your deck, it's because you intend to play it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. On the other side, Kyler will play an Energy Retracer, which will eat Aaron's purple dice and make 2 purple counters. Card's great. At 3 premium dice for 4 gems. We take that all day, every day. And a Sabotage 1. Ramorand here will sacrifice the Clothbound Apprentice, it looks like, on Aaron's side, rolling an extra yellow dice. Ramorand looks pretty good. When you need to sack your guys, at least.
Yep, and the Clothbound Apprentice doesn't actually say the word when dies or when sacrificed anywhere on him, but he's implicitly one of the really excellent pieces of sack fodder.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do anything.
Well,
he already did his thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, activating it to sacrifice to roll a white dice is fine. But if it's getting sacrificed anyway, you might as well have it be rolling yellow off of Ramorand instead. We've got Eternal Listeners here, just creating an energy. Energy's good for both players, actually, at this point. It will be interesting to see whether or not Aaron can kill Jahlia before Kyler gets to take a whole bunch of energy and turn them all into black dice. Because I think Jahlia is dying this round.
Yeah, that looks quite probable. If he just resolves his modify, he's at 8 damage.
Yeah.
Jahlia's at 7 life.
Yeah.
This Jahlia deck does not make very many shields, although the blue counter off the Angel actually...
Yeah, that
helps a lot.
It's actually quite relevant. But when it rolls 2 damage, you're not going to modify out of it.
Right.
Kyler did this round.
Which means right now, Aaron could kill Jahlia in 3 actions.
Yeah. And looks like Aaron's going to modify 3?
He's thinking of... Yeah.
Sure looks
all
like
right.
it.
Oh,
Okay.
but not into lethal.
Damage, shield. So that's 6 damage Aaron's got, 7 health on Jahlia. That won't be enough right now, but Aaron's got plenty more gems to, and play more dice to create all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, even if Aaron just activates Martyr and Bird,
Yeah.
Jahlia is probably dead. But now we're talking about there being in 5 or 6 actions,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Which is giving Kyler plenty of time to not just resolve his energy, but maybe even make more and resolve it.
Yes, that radar server right there, 2 white dice, that's real good if you want to resolve your energy before Jahlia dies. Energy Tracer here will make 3 dice, and one of them's an energy. Those 2 purple dice, I do think that turning your purple energy into 2 black dice is where the direction you want to be going, even though purple dice are excellent to re-roll and modify and stuff. Wow.
Yep.
Better to re-roll than modify, I suppose.
I'm inclined to agree. Just in flat, dice face math, a premium dice is worth 7/6 when you're rolling it. 2 boon dice is worth 8/6, and 8 is more than 7. But on top of that, the purple dice weren't doing anything on its own, so it's worse than a randomly rolled purple unless you decide to turn it into black.
Absolutely. So it looks like Aaron is going to choose to play a bunch of little guys instead of one giant Joln's Monastery this round, which probably means this game.
And it's it's entirely valid that Joln's Monastery could be his plan specifically in round 1. Joln gives you the luxury of filling your deck with cards that you don't want to play because you just get to get rid of them when they're not right.
Absolutely. So Federation Battle Mage here for Aaron will sacrifice the Augur's Auspice and draw a card. And Aaron now has 4 gems to play another Federation Battle Mage, activate it, sacrifice a guy, etc., etc. Aaron has a lot of actions here. Kyler's got a bunch of dice, but will probably be resolving them fairly quickly. So, yeah, Kyler will be digging in this round. I would bet money.
Well, Kyler's going to spend some number of turns re-rolling all these blanks.
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's really, you never know the tempo on the rerolls. Because
true.
Especially if he rerolls these white dice and he finds a bunch of energy, those all have to be resolved one at a time.
Yeah. You're right. We've got a reroll here coming up with 1 energy, which is worth the card.
Yeah, and Kyler has, I'm not sure exactly how many cards, but it's been several. I looked like he had 6, which would make me guess he has 5 now.
Sure.
And black being one of the possible draw being one of the possible yields on these black dice means he's not even just reducing the number of cards in his hand, he's just cycling the ones in his hand for new ones.
Yes, yes. So another reroll here will generate another energy and a damage. So Jahlia is really good.
Yeah, she's
Her
doing the
energy.
thing here.
Yeah. If a lot of people just think about Jahlia as her dice counter production, but her energy ability alone is worth mentioning.
Yeah, right. We put it up there with like Ravon and Crucio as some of the most elite.
Yeah.
Energy abilities in the game.
Yeah, and I mean her energy roll black is fighting against like the 45s for powerful energy abilities, I would think.
Sacrifice a character draw to is really good, but
yeah.
Do any of the other 45s have like any really elite energy abilities?
Energy, get rid of a green dice, roll red.
Oh yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. But like Jahlia is in that conversation, which should say something about how strong she is. That's all.
Yes.
So it looks like Aaron's going to resolve a bunch of damage and not kill Jahlia yet, but he does have one more damage to resolve. So,
that's a lot of black dice.
Yes.
When they started playing this game, there were 12 black dice on the table next to them. There were 13 in play there. So at some point they had to call production.
Awesome.
And be like, more black dice to the play area.
We've been activating Jahlia's energy ability. Please help. That's a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
So
Aaron finally sniffed it out. I didn't see how he produced the one more damage, but Jahlia is dead.
Yeah. Jahlia is dead. Aaron still got 4 gems. Are we gonna be using these? I don't know. We'll see.
In my experience playing against these blue control decks, 4 gems usually means Clothbound Apprentice, Remembrance, Clothbound Apprentice.
Yeah, we've got those cards are in fact in Aaron's hand. Oh, he has an Ascended in hand. That's what's going on here. Aaron wants to try to play the Ascended this round, and
so he needs to tactical reroll some number of times.
There's like 4 characters in discards, I think.
I know he discarded at least 1 Disintegrate. He's only activated Joln twice.
Yeah, we've got an Augur's Auspice in there. There's a Ballistics Operative in Kyler's discard.
Oh, so he's here saying Kyler needs to tactical reroll.
Yeah.
Let's see if Kyler discards characters.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why he's just being very patient here.
Incredibly patient. 4 gems for Ascended. Looks
like
we've got Ascended. Awesome. Yeah, we can't see his discard, so I assume there are 5 characters in there. This is a couple cards for anyone who's wondering. A couple cards in our Terran Sentinel's Angel copies have been errated, and the Ascended is one of those. So this is a new printing Ascended as opposed to one of the old ones. If you know the Angel copy one and you don't recognize this card, or either direction.
So what changed? What was the errata?
The Ascended became unique because always should have been. It's in lore it should be unique.
Anything with the in its name probably should be unique.
Exactly. And this was a small enough change that it deserved being made while not like really breaking anything, in my opinion.
Yeah. And in these sacrifice decks, it's not even impossible that that's an upside on occasion.
That can be true. Yeah. It can be a downside, right?
It's probably a downside more often than not.
It's true.
But in blue in particular.
Yeah. All right. So now that Aaron got his Ascended dice, he'll probably be tactical re-rolling these premium dice. There goes an Eternal Listeners, and we've got
that's damage. Decent damage. Yeah, and Ramorand could decide that draw is all damage.
I think that's what should happen.
So there's 5 damage into shield there in that world.
Yeah, 5 damage into shield is real nice for round 2.
Yeah, is this mono blue deck gonna goldfish a round 3 kill?
That's hype.
I mean, it's not goldfishing, right? Is it gonna against a live opponent?
Yeah, with like energy retracers and stuff, interaction.
Yeah,
great. I'm into that.
Yeah, we're out here talking about all the output that Jahlia is doing, and it's plenty, right? Joln is dying too.
It looks like Aaron did draw 2.
Okay, so that was not damage.
But that'll just reroll into damage. But see, look, that's not damage. Okay, but modify into damage, resolve 4 damage. Then you paid 1 damage to draw a card. Like that's fine.
You also lost the shield.
Yeah, well, can't win them all.
Kyler's turning this white dice
into damage. But
No, Raider Servo
could-
does not turn to
yeah,
damage.
I believe that was the conversation the players had at the table.
That makes sense, because I was thinking he's stranded without quality energy abilities now.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the downsides of this Jahlia Scrappy deck, is you just kind of stop doing anything with your white dice once Jahlia dies. But she generated so much value that it was probably worth it.
Yeah, in a big way, this was Kyler's big turn.
Yeah.
And so now he has to scrap through the rest of the game.
Scrap-E, maybe. Scrap-3, his way through the rest of the game.
I mean, he's gonna do lethal on Joln, and he's gonna do 1 or 2 damage to Ramorand.
And then the damage will look pretty even.
Yeah, 14 to 12, maybe.
Something like that.
Maybe 15 to 12, because Aaron's gonna get to dig in.
Aaron probably modifies to 2 more damage here.
Yeah, you're right.
Nope, draw 1.
All
All right,
right.
that's fine.
If he's looking for a devastating wake.
Oh, yeah.
Devastating wake here, the
Is that even
angel would
good?
survive.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay, great. Yeah, the angel survives and the ascended survives. And that seems like a fine place to be if you're Aaron.
Oh, Kyler resolved his dice in a way that left him without a 1 to take
Yeah.
off this shield.
Yeah, so that's something that maybe is worth thinking about in your games, our wonderful listeners. When you're resolving your damage, think, after this point, if my opponent shields their hero, do I have a good way to get off that shield?
Yeah, so 2s are, better than 1s, but they're more important than 1s, and you kind of want to protect them. So
Yeah.
anytime you get a good opportunity to resolve your 2s,
Yeah,
resolve your 2s.
All right, going into round 3 here. We're at 12 to 14 health on our heroes. But these are both decks that are probably primarily trying to just win the game on their own. Like they're not removing that much stuff. Yes, Aaron has a pile of removal in his deck, but that hasn't been his game plan this game.
Well, and he doesn't have a pile of removal. He's got a couple Weave Shatters, he's got a couple Disintegrates, but really he's fishing for the 2 of Devastating Wake, which would be a dramatic removal spell.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, a pile might be. Might be an exaggeration. Ooh, Declaration of War here will kill the Ascended because Aaron did not start by activating it.
Yep, and so the Ascended being dead and Joln being dead means the aspirations that Aaron had to win this game in round 3 are looking less likely.
Absolutely.
Still, certainly not 0. He's going to produce enough dice that it could kill Scrappy.
Yeah.
But it all has to, and it wouldn't take much more resistance for Kyler to force a round 4.
So Ramorand here will sacrifice the Augur's Auspice before it activates, but if Aaron draws a Devastating Wake, that's devastating. So that tempo might matter a lot.
Oh, we haven't talked about Animus Golem.
We have not. Well, yeah, it hasn't come up yet. Animus Golem is... Wait, what's Joln's Monastery? Okay, great. Animus Golem is a wonderful place to put your dice counters. It doubles all of the dice counters that you put on it. And in this board state, it looks like Scrap-3 will be putting 2 white counters on the Animus Golem, probably.
The vast majority of the time, Animus Golem is
And
a
not
very
much more.
high standard deviation play.
Yeah.
Because not only does it cost 3 and only have 2 durability, it requires more investment in order for it to do its broken thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you're saying, remove this or else. But in an open deckless tournament, your opponent doesn't have an Excommunicatus. They don't have the gems for a Revenant.
Mhm.
So Kyler can put counters on this without fear.
Yeah, while describing Animus Golem, halfway through that sentence, I realized that it wasn't going to grow that big this round.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you're right. Kyler's also out of gems. Those white dice on it are pretty mediocre.
Yeah. But next round, when we've got some gems back up, that Animus Golem might be really stupid.
Yeah, another Energy Retracer
Would be huge.
turns the Animus Golem into a big threat. Or an Angel of Music.
Plenty of options. Joln's Monastery here will activate and play a Cathedral Lookout. Unfortunately, Aaron was 1 gem off of playing another Ascended off of this.
Ooh.
And so that Augur's Auspice could have been, in a different world.
Yeah, we talked about everything he sacrifices costs a gem.
Yep, that matters a lot right now. Yeah, there was a world where Aaron started by activating the Ascended, and then Joln's Monastery activate, play another Ascended. That would have been nice. But this is also good. That Aaron will make a bunch of dice, I think Aaron can kill Scrappy this round.
Yeah, Ramorand's aggressive energy ability is still in play. So energy lets Aaron resolve 2 dice as if they showed mental damage.
And if you look at Kyler's dice that all of his guys make, there aren't any shields there. The red dice. There is one red dice that creates a shield. And other than that, green, purple, white, black, no shields.
Kyler is
Right?
one modify away from presenting lethal, though.
Well, okay, sure, but I wasn't thinking about that. So, yeah, let's flip that narrative on its head. You are absolutely correct.
He hasn't found it yet, but he's got 12 damage if that's what he chooses to do.
Yeah, Aaron does have a sabotage in his pool, and all right, will not play anything defensive. So these players are just racing.
So someone probably wins the game this round.
Yeah. Federation Battle Mage Sacrifice and Cathedral Lookout here will create a Sentinel, just more damage, and create more dice. And I'm excited to see how these players choose to finish out this game.
Yeah, Kyler has 4 more dice to make, but they're all mediocre.
Yep. Yeah, I think.
Well,
there's 2 more damage.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage.
So that isn't
that
just
14?
lethal. It's 14, but not
8.
through a sabotage.
Sure. 2 for 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see 12 damage.
And a modify and a blank purple dice.
Sure. Okay, yeah. If you're also resolving modify, they're not just in the pool right now.
Yeah. It's still several actions.
Great. Looks like we're doing some re-rolls here on Kyler's side and modify 2. So
Which
now
is actually only 1 more damage.
Yeah, but it's 1 more damage.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Now Kyler could modify 3, the white dice into 3 damage and present a very quick lethal. On the other hand,
well, that's still not enough to beat the sabotage. He's still 1 instance away from beating the sabotage.
Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. Because we don't have any more premium dice to modify.
Yeah,
fair
so
enough.
now Kyler's presenting lethal in 2 actions. Aaron has a play that can disrupt it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, and 14 life, so he's going to put Kyler's damage down to 13.
Yep. What are we going to do?
Or are we going to
Aaron?
modify into shields? Can Aaron modify into lethal in 1 action? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that much chutzpah here.
Bunch of okay, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, okay. Sabotage, a 2 damage will be the decision by Aaron, and now Kyler needs 1 more damage. Looks like resolve 6, 8, I think it was here.
He's got 3 black dice, which all re-roll pretty well when you're looking
10.
for damage.
Yep. So Kyler's got 3 damage in his pool and 4 health on his opponent's Ramorand. And let's see if Aaron can find lethal in.
He's got 5, and he can modify into 4 more, and that's 9. That's actually not particularly close.
Yeah, okay.
Aaron needs to get lucky.
Okay, yeah.
Aaron needs Kyler to get unlucky.
Yeah. Okay. That's where we're at. It looks like Aaron's going to tactical reroll. Looks like that's his decision he's making here. It's interesting that he can't sacrifice the martyr to the old gods very easily, because that modify might be enough. It might be very good. Let's see. 2 damage here rolled off the Eternal Listeners will be good.
So Aaron had the option here of using his modify 2 to turn his blue-red out of 3 damage and into Sabotage Shield.
And it would have...
It gives him a decent chance of surviving, but it basically eliminates any possibility of him killing Kyler this round.
Yeah, okay. Let's see.
That is 1 more damage.
It's a modify.
So over 2 actions.
So now Aaron needs to either kill Scrappy or find a shield or dig in or something. Let's see what he will choose to do. 7 damage in pool. Energy can make 3 more. That's over 3 actions though, and he's dead in 3 actions.
Yeah, so. He's dead. This is his 1 free play. His next play, he has to protect himself or he's dead.
I think you're right about the modify your blue and red dice into defensive dice, because even if he modifies into damage, resolves damage, and digs in, Kyler can just discard the rest of his hand fishing for 1, 2, 3 however much damage he needs, right?
Yeah, so you need the shield to buy you the time to sabotage the 2.
Yeah, okay. Aaron found another modify to draw, but without any gems, that draw's not going to do much.
It looks to me like he no longer has any time. Kyler's going to modify to lethal. Aaron's only play here is, I don't know, I guess I dig in.
Yeah.
And then we just get to watch Kyler reroll 3 times.
suppose that's true.
Oh man, I guess it's not. It's
Neat.
not done yet, right? Well, yeah, okay. All
Yeah.
right. They shook their hands.
That would be the end of the game. Yeah. All right. That was really cool.
Yeah. We spent most of that round thinking Aaron's going to win the game this round. Did not think both players were going to present lethal in round 3.
Yeah. Ships in the night, they didn't really interact with each other that much and just made a crazy clock.
There was a declaration of war on a Ascended.
You're
There
right.
was a sabotage off of an energy retracer. But then turns out killing one of your opponent's heroes, that's interacting.
Yes, it is. All right. Excellent. All right. So that was our group 2 play or group
Group 2, yeah.
Yeah, group 2. Okay, yeah, great. Placement match B. That means what are the pairings going to be for the next?
So Kyler's going to be advancing to the winners match. Kyler's going to be playing against Eileen there, and then Aaron is going to the rebound match. He's not yet lost 2 matches, so he's not out of the tournament. He will be playing against Bailey in the rebound match.
Awesome.
The winner of the winners match qualifies for the round of 16. The loser of the winners match plays the winner of the rebound match in the survival match to be the last person getting into the round of 16.
Long story short, neither of these players are out yet. We've got a bunch more videos to come. You should stick around and check them out. We'll see you in the next one.
Oh, and also, you should like this video.
Oh,
if you've been watching this video for 30 minutes, I'm going to guess that you liked it. And if you want to show the world that you liked it, there's a little button under the thing that tells everyone that you liked it. And that helps grow our channel. That helps more people find this game. Helps give you more people to play against in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of a meme at this point, like, share, subscribe, all that. But it is really useful. It will grow Manifold. And if you like Manifold, it growing is good for you too. So, yeah, go ahead and help us out there.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Thanks for watching.